Scilly Stories, getting to know the people of Scilly.
Kylie, how are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Have you had a good week?
Yeah, really good actually. We've opened up our old workshop on the farm, so I've been baking flapjacks and brownies, and it's been nice seeing all the bird watchers coming in and telling me what birds they've seen and stuff. That's been great. What about you?
I've been in the gallery, which has been great. It's really nice. We're still open, obviously, but it is really quiet now, so I haven't seen many people. But it's been quite nice because the people that come in at this time of year, you've got a bit more time for.
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah. And what did you think about our first episode coming out?
I've been in a blind panic, to be honest. I think it seemed like a great idea at the time, and having a conversation in your kitchen in March was lovely. But now the fact that it's out there in the wide world, I've been in a bit of a panic about.
We've been messaging lots, haven't we, Erica? Going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
How have you felt about it?
Same, a little bit panicky. And then I think I went and did the school run on the day after, and a couple of people said, oh, I listened to it. Oh, it was so lovely. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, we're all right. We're all right. So, and I just can't believe that, it has been a little bit popular. I can't believe people want to listen to us.
Listening to us waffling on. But we have had lovely comments about it, haven't we? So that's been really nice. So thank you, everybody that's mentioned to us in passing or sent us a message. It's been really
it means
really nice.
Loads, doesn't it? Yeah.
Anyway, this episode we are speaking with Sonia, aren't we? So this is way back in June we recorded this.
Yeah.
I think Sonia was our first person that we weren't actually related to, that we interviewed.
Yeah, and she just came down for a cream tea and we grabbed her, didn't we? She didn't really know much about it, and I think all three of us were a little bit nervous, weren't we?
Yeah, I think there was a bit of giggling. I did notice when I was listening back through, I go, oh wow! Quite a lot, so apologies for that.
We're all learning a lot about our voice.
Some of us are quieter and
some of us are louder.
But it's a work in progress, and we've really appreciated the fact that you've been listening, and hopefully enjoying it.
Hopefully you enjoy this one. We are here this afternoon with our dear friend Sonia Fletcher, and we are going to ask her a few questions. So to start with, Son, can you please tell us, I know you were born in Scilly, but for our listeners, can you please tell us how you are on Scilly?
My dad is Scilonian, was Scilonian. His mother's side date back, I think, to the 1600s, from when Stoll Castle was manned. My mum wasn't Scilonian, born in London. Born on Scilly.
I didn't realise it went back as 1600s.
Well, that's what Dad had heard.
Yeah.
Found out. Apparently it goes back to a Scottish soldier that was manning Stoll Castle.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Amazing to be able to find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you grew up here, your dad was a boatman, wasn't he? So you were kind of very entwined in the community.
I think when he first left school, he worked in the bakehouse.
Where was that?
Not sure.
Okay. Yeah.
But he worked in the bakehouse. I think from when he was 14. Not quite sure how he went aboard the boats, but he worked for the steamship company, working on the Kitten.
Okay.
And they owned the Golden Spray, so he ran the Golden Spray for them. And then when he had the chance to buy his own boat, he bought the Black Swan, which was owned by Tresco. And I think she went aground on the rocks, got a picture somewhere. And then, he ran her as part of the association.
Oh, so you work with St Mary's Boatmen's Association?
Yeah.
So have you ever lived on the mainland?
2 years when I left school. I started off my first year, I wanted to do my AI with horses, assistant instructors. And I lodged at a farm in Silverwell, so it was not far off the Chiverton roundabout.
Oh, yeah.
And trained at Chiverton Riding Centre. But it was basically on a working pupil basis, so you're basically a dog's body and then get a bit of tuition as payment. That was six days a week, 8 till 6 every day, 8 till 8 one day a week, and a Monday off.
How did that compare then, like being there to... I suppose you didn't have time to be around on the mainland, you were just on the farm, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, Mondays I used to jump on the bus and go into Truro for something to do, because, I mean, I was sort of on my own, so it's a bit boring. Yeah, it's sort of a bit of a culture shock, going from the comforts of home. It was hard graft. I think it sort of certainly shaped me. And then after I finished that, because I still had a year's grant left, my mum made me go to Penwith College to do secretarial for a year. But I think my heart was always back in Scilly, so first opportunity I got.
So what did you do when you came back then?
Well, I worked the summer in the Cavorna, and I started applying for jobs anywhere where the secretarial side of it might be useful. So the council, post office, Barclays, Lloyds. Ended up going into Lloyds Bank at 18 and did 30 years there.
30 years did you do there? Oh, wow. But you also did lots of things on the side of that as well. You are a woman of many hats, aren't you, shall we say?
Yeah, I did. I used to work in the Bishop and Wolf, behind the bar on a Tuesday and a Thursday evening, and in the winter I used to do Sunday lunchtime, in the days of a 2-hour Sunday lunchtime. And I also in the winter used to tie flowers for Mary and Billy Sherris at Contant Farm.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to do evenings and weekends doing that.
I feel like everybody's done their stint on a flower farm, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
So it'd be out the bank, round the farm, a couple of hours on the farm, and then if I was down to the pub from 8 till finish. And
I'm not surprised. You are someone who doesn't really stop, are you?
no, I'm sort of learning the art a bit better now. I'm getting a bit wiser. Yeah, and then sort of always on lots of committees, especially when the kids come along. It's the same people on every committee, always is. You know, sort of, what did I do?
You did the gigs.
Playgroup,
Judo,
gigs.
Sailing.
No, I don't think I was on the committee with that, or was I? I might have been at some point.
You ran it for a bit though, didn't you? Like the junior sailing.
No, junior rowing I did. Yeah, C was the sailing. I was on the playgroup committee in the days when it was run by parents. Rugby club.
Oh, wow.
And
lifeboat.
What do you think makes a good community member then on Scilly, would you say?
I don't know really. Just somebody that's prepared to give up the time and put some effort in.
You do a lot of volunteering, don't you, Son? Do you think that's an important part of... And I think probably a lot of people over here do. Do you think you get out what you put in over here?
Absolutely, and I think if your kids are doing these clubs that are run by people giving up their time, you know, it doesn't hurt for you to give up your time and to do stuff. And I think the more your kids see you do, the more your kids learn to do things and become like well-rounded people that learn to help others, hopefully.
Which is exactly kind of how it works on Scilly, isn't it? You are held accountable in a way, you know. If you're not a great person, you won't have any friends. So, you know, the more you put in...
And also, you get to meet new people by doing these things. You meet people that your path probably wouldn't cross with other times. You know, so you get a broader range of friendships.
Yeah.
That is the great thing about Scilly, isn't it? You get to meet people, but then you see them again over and over.
Yeah.
So you do build up really good friendships that way.
And also, I mean, your friendships do change as well through your life. From when you don't have kids, when you do have kids, when your kids grow up. Some people are there constant, but others, you know, it's not intentional that you sort of drift in and out. But you just the way of your life changes. So, but you've always got those few that are there right through.
Yeah. Hold you up. Yeah. And obviously being a Scillonian yourself, there's lots of traditions over here, isn't there? Is there any that you like, or is there any that you should know about? Or do you follow?
Well, we used to be avid winklers on Good Friday when we were kids. My mum never liked them, so it was just me, my brother and Dad used to eat them.
So you did like them?
We did like them, yeah. Whether it's because you felt you ought to, or whether you really did, I don't know. But, vinegar and black pepper and a load of bread and butter.
It's the whole day, isn't it? It's the whole experience.
I've always loved going out looking for stuff, and trying to find things. So I think it was just one of those sort of things. What else?
Weren't you the May Queen?
I was. Yeah, I had to be bribed by my mother to do that. It just wasn't my thing to be put on a stage, really. But yeah, so I got bribed into doing that.
Did you have to sing?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was trained by Mrs. Mackenzie. Yeah, and then Nicole was May Queen. So,
was she?
Yes.
So you were both daughter and mother?
I thought we were the first ones, but I think the Bamfields were. I think Sheena and her mum were both May Queens, which I found out since the exhibition in the steamship.
That was a great exhibition they put on, wasn't it?
Still there actually.
The past.
Yeah.
150 years.
Yeah. It's sort of nice to look back on those things. And I mean, I know as kids you sort of always moan about May Day, but when you look back on it, there's that bit of fondness, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think it's a great tradition. It's like one that's really kind of stuck, hasn't it, over here?
I think gig rowing, another tradition.
Yeah.
As a child, that was one of my ambitions, was to row in the gigs. So I started at 11 in the ladies.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Really young.
And the gig rowing is such a massive part of Scilly, isn't it?
Huge.
It's, you just do it. That's what
huge.
you do over here if you want to be kind of in the community.
I slept and breathed rowing when I was younger.
Yeah.
I loved it.
One of my favourite comments this year at the World Champs was somebody came into the gallery and said, where we come from, gig rowing's a leisure activity, but down here it's a religion.
Yeah.
And I really think it really is.
Make a good t-shirt.
Yeah. The whole world revolves around gig rowing, especially
God.
for those weeks over the
Gig weekend. And
Yeah.
that. Oh, I loved it. Because we did the mainland rows and everything, so there was always an excuse to be out in the gig, because we used to go on long rows training for those. And then back in the day, like the Nuki Championships was the biggest event of the year, and that was like an epic weekend away.
I bet it was quite exciting for you Islanders who didn't kind of leave much, like going to the mainland, and having this big event.
It was more with a big booze up as well, wasn't it? Get Scilly and Nuki together, and what could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Yeah.
What do you reckon the worst part of living in Scilly is? Because we always talk about, the amazing bits, but
I suppose it can be tough in the winter, but I think when you're born into it, you just accept it. It's just part of life. You have to do without things, but so what? It's not the end of the world, is it?
Mm.
I mean, if you're desperate to get away on a certain date, obviously that can get a bit frustrating.
like you say though, because we're used to it, and that's how it's always been. You don't get frustrated. Obviously, you just know that if you have to be away, you just have to
go early.
You have to go early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's difficult when you're working and you can't get the time off work and stuff. But you just find a way, don't you? It's just is what it is.
And people are quite accepting.
The locals are.
Yeah.
I think if people are used to a lifestyle where they get everything instantly, they can struggle.
Do you think that's why? Because, I've been here for 15 years or so, and even the length of time I've been here, you really notice there's quite a throughput over here, isn't there? You get people that stay for 2 years and 3 years. Like, what do you think you need to be able to survive as an islander over here?
I think you need resilience. You need to be able to, get on with people, just be part of the community, and not think it's just going to be sunny blue sky beaches, because it ain't in winter all the time. Yeah.
There's kind of quite a bit of underlying politics, isn't there, sometimes as well? And it's kind of like knowing you do have to be careful in certain situations. You can't be too bulldozery.
No, I think if you've just got to feel your way in. I think if you're new, you sort of find your way, get to know people, get to know how it works, and don't try and start to change everything. Some people come over and they just give so much to the island that they're a real asset to the island, but there's others that just moan about everything, and that's not the way to go if you want to be accepted. Just blend in.
Yeah, because sometimes there isn't food in the co-op, and that's
No.
just how it is.
And we're not going to starve.
No, exactly.
There's always Winkles.
How do you think we would fare in a global crisis over here?
There's plenty of sea spinach,
Yeah.
and you could feed a few of us.
Yes, we could feed a few.
I'm moving in down here.
In the Saliki commune.
Yeah.
We'll pitch up in the garden, shall we, Sonia?
Yes. As long as you keep the cream teas coming.
Yeah. We just about to sit and have a cream tea, aren't we?
Yeah.
With clotted cream made from the cows.
Homemade jam, I hope.
Oh, I'm afraid I didn't get that far. I just did the clotted cream.
Do you know, I meant to bring some down, jam, and I forgot.
That's all right. We've got some of Angie's. All right.
Just to finish off then, before we go on to our cream teas. Sorry, everybody. What could you tell us what you really love about Scilly? What's your favourite thing about Scilly?
Oh, blimey. I don't know. Scilly's just unique, isn't it? Completely unique. And, it's when you sort of get those days where you just stand there, enjoy the view. If you can see it and it's not foggy. It's, I don't know. I mean, we're lucky with our climate. It never gets too cold, really.
Mm.
But you enjoy the sort of gales as much as the sunshine sometimes. Yeah. You've just got to embrace what's thrown at you and, and be part of it.
You're a real dog walker, aren't you? So you are. So I always feel like you're very connected to the island. You're very part of it, aren't you?
I think it's been a really good thing because it makes you get out and see every part of the island, because you're always trying to think, oh, right, where can we go today? Where haven't I been for a while? So you just get to see all the little changes. And, I love that about it.
Yeah. Connection to the land.
Yeah. And, it's just part of your history as well. Part of my history.
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah. Happier.
Yeah. It'll do.
We hope you enjoyed that episode. If people have enjoyed it, Kylie, what can they do you think, to support the podcast?
So, having listened to other podcasts, I realised you say, can you like and subscribe and leave a comment?
And tell your friends.
And tell your friends, that was it.
Anything else? Oh, we better tell people about the social media.
Oh, yeah. So on our social media, you can follow us at Silly Stories Podcast on Instagram and Facebook.
And actually, I think it's quite interesting because we are trying to find some photos of the people we interview and then put them out there. So it's quite interesting to listen to the podcast and have a look at the photos alongside it.
Yeah, so things that have actually happened that we talk about, we then try and find the photos to match them.
That's the aim.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work like that.
But, yeah, here's hoping.